joining us today. I'm so excited. We've got Laura Sanchez in the house. Laura, you are the owner of La Calle Doce and El Ranchito. Locations for La Calle Doce, we've got Lakewood and Oak Cliff, and then in El Ranchito, we've got the Oak Cliff near Bishop Arts area and Arlington. You are a busy, busy woman.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So when did you start your career in hospitality, and what was really that driving force behind your decision?
I started when I married my husband. He was already a restaurant manager, and little by little, he rubbed it on me.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
that was in 1972. And he always had that desire to open his own place. And in 1981, we were given the opportunity to open La Calle Doce on 12th Street.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
Your
wonderful.
first restaurant. I would have been bawling.
Oh, it was amazing. I was working 12, 13 hours a day, and I didn't feel them. It was just wonderful.
Because it was your baby.
Yes, yeah, it still is.
It still is.
Yeah,
It's the original, right?
It's the original. And El Ranchito was my husband's baby.
Oh,
which La Calle was
okay.
more feminine, El Ranchito's more masculine, and that was his. And so they're all doing great, thank God.
Yes, thank God is right. What would you say your biggest inspiration is? Because it's so hard to do. First of all, the restaurant industry is already tough. And then to set yourself apart, but then to be a woman in the industry. What's your inspiration?
Well, being a woman in the industry, especially back in the 80s, it was
Absolutely.
a little harder. But the inspiration is just seeing these restaurants get more busy, continual growth, and knowing that we're expanding, and the family and the customers, they come in. And some of those customers come in with their own children. And I said, I was this age when I used to come and see you. And because we've been there for 38 years.
Wow, you've seen families grow.
Family grow, and now it says, now I'm bringing my children. And I said, hopefully he will bring their children to the restaurant.
Well, and then it must just all make sense.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful. I really, really enjoy it. There's a reason for me to get up in the morning, and I enjoy this business.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
It's that bigger picture of life. You're seeing these families come in, and you know, food is the great bonder, right?
Exactly.
Everybody bonds over food. And when
Everybody
you-
has all kinds of celebrations, all kinds of dinners to stay together, and they don't have to worry about cleanup.
Yes.
So we do it, and we do
We love
the
that.
cooking for them. Yes.
Okay, Laura, in your opinion, because this is selfishly, I have to know, what's the one dish I have to get at La Calle Doce, excuse me, and the one dish I have to get at El Ranchito? I'm a foodie.
If you're a foodie, you have to come and try our seafood soup, okay, and our ceviche. I think they are just wonderful.
Okay, it's a date. I'm going there for lunch
It's
today.
just
Both
really,
places.
really good.
I'm going to go one
Yeah,
and then the other.
yes.
I have no shame. Laura, we love you. What charities are you involved with? Because you just seem like you love to give back.
I just do. I do. And Promise House in Oak Cliff, Girls Inc. in Oak Cliff. And I am very involved with a Hispanic Association of Culture and Education in Grand Prairie.
I love it.
It just warms your heart, and it makes you feel so good that you're giving these kids the opportunity to go to a wonderful, either high school or college. It's just amazing.
I love it. Well, and you're such, and of course, you know, you won't say this about yourself. I will. You're such a inspiration to young Hispanic girls and Hispanic women here in the community by what you do and just by setting the example of what you've done. And that's so commendable.
Thank
you for
you.
doing that.
Thank you so
We need
much.
more women like that.
thank
We
you.
do. What advice would you give someone who's saying, hey, I want to get in the restaurant industry, Laura? Is it easy?
Back in 1980, I worked for this wonderful lady called Mrs. Lee. And she owned Oporto seafood restaurant, and her husband owned the Beefeater in the 70s. And she told me once, Laura, if this industry doesn't get in your blood, get out, because it's very hard. And I see these, now these restaurants that we have open, and I see all these restaurants opening, you really need to have the proper capital and have all the aspects of the restaurant taken care of 100%. It's not as easy like when my husband and we opened the restaurant with $1,200 back in 1981. It's not easy. It's not that easy anymore. Right, now you do need to have all the aspects taken care of, because now there are so many restaurants, you don't have any room for mistakes.
You're right. It's saturated.
It's saturated. And if you just say, I didn't like this, I like this other restaurant better, And there you go.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have the capital, then you can withstand that that time.
Well, especially Dallas-Fort Worth. I mean, we're nationally known for our food and our restaurants. I mean, you can't throw a rock without hitting at least 8 restaurants in one hit, you know? So
Exactly.
I can't imagine how hard it is. You have to just always be on your game to make sure that, you know, you're not in the undertow there.
Yes, and you have to keep on eating in every restaurant that opens.
Yes, yes, and hopefully people getting into this like food, because it's, you know, the saying, don't ever trust a skinny chef.
Oh,
you
no.
know, exactly,
No,
it's the
don't do
same
that.
thing.
Exactly.
You have to trust that the people that are running the restaurant love food,
And they're
that's
trying the food.
Absolutely. Okay, so I know you've got some exciting news you'd like to share about some upcoming projects. So lay it on us. What's going on?
Yeah, well, we opened in 2014, and we actually opened the doors for the Jefferson Tower Events Center on Jefferson. And that's our venue center, which is wonderful. And we have in-house cooking. So whatever the
So catering, you can cater.
We do caterings.
Wow.
We host bridal showers, weddings,
Quinceaneras,
baptisms,
Everything.
everything. It is so wonderful. And in the near future, we have another restaurant, another concept that we're about to open in the Bishop Arts area.
That's such a booming area.
Oh my God! It's just beautiful.
It's so culturally diverse. It's one of my
Exactly.
favorite parts of Dallas.
You can try all kinds of cuisines, and this one will be called Oscars, and in memory of my late husband, and my late son, and it will be opening soon.
You do have a cookbook, I'm told. Where can I buy your cookbook so I can be as good as Laura Sanchez?
Well, we will try to publish it soon.
Okay.
And we're working on it. It is just wonderful.
So is it going to have
Wonderful.
just old family recipes or recipes from both restaurants?
Both restaurants.
From both
And
restaurants.
yes.
And I'm assuming the food there has some sort of familial tie. This is something that you either grew up with, or it's something that Laura Sanchez probably made once or twice for her family back in the day.
Exactly.
Which makes it
And all our
heartwarming.
food is from the north part of Mexico.
Oh.
See, Mexico is so diverse also. It all depends where you go. If you go to the north, it's my food. If you go to the middle of Mexico, it's different. And if you go to the south, it's completely different.
Interesting.
So my cuisine is from the north.
How can our viewers find you on social media, Laura?
Well, we have the websites, lacalle12.com and elranchito.com. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/El Ranchito and facebook.com/lacalle12. We're also on Instagram.
Oh, you
And
are?
So
So am
El
I.
Ranchito, everyone.
I'm going to follow
everyone
you.
is.
I love to look at food on Instagram. It's the best. So please
I
tell me
know.
you give me
Oh, we
food
do.
photos. That is so awesome. Laura, I could sit here forever with you. You're so much
thank
fun.
you.
Laura
Thank you.
Sanchez, owner of La Calle 12 and El Ranchito. La Calle 12 is in Lakewood and Oak Cliff, and El Ranchito is in Oak Cliff near that Bishop Arts area that we just talked about.
Yes.
And in Arlington as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything you kind of want to leave our viewers with before we wrap up here?
No, just keep on coming to the
Please do.
restaurant. That's all I want.
Yes. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.